We've had 4 games in the Gold Cup go down, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my quick takeaways from all of those matches. As you can tell, maybe from my voice, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I apologize if the energy is a little bit lower in this video than they normally are. I promise I eventually will recover due to the power of sleep and medicine. Guys, before I get into this and break down all 4 matches, I want to announce that we've been doing live watch-alongs. We already did Haiti, Saudi Arabia yesterday. We did Mexico, Dominican Republic to open the tournament. I think we're going to be doing Canada, Honduras on Tuesday night, and then several other games, which will be announced both on the YouTube channel but also on our social media. So make sure you're following us, links in the description, and make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss live streams and videos like this where I sit down, talk about the games that happened, and you guys either say that I got ball knowledge or say that I'm completely missing the plot. You let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to do this as often as I can. These will not be daily uploads, but expect several of these types of videos per week. I'm probably going to let either 4 to 6 games happen per video where I sit down and talk about it. So we got 4 here already from groups A and D. That's what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to start with Costa Rica versus Suriname. Costa Rica win this game 4-3. I'm going to be honest, y'all. It's going to be really, really difficult for any game to displace this one as the game of the tournament, right? I mean, this game was epic. I did the Haiti-Saudi watch-along before. Wasn't quite as epic. Ended 1-0 on a penalty, but still a good game. But no, I wasn't touching this one. I know a lot of people were saying Mexico, Dominican Republic was a banger. That was a good game as well, but, you know, the Mexican pride in me was very disturbed by how poor we were. Anyways, let's talk about Suriname, Costa Rica. This has nothing to do with Mexico right now. Unsurprisingly, highest combined XG of any game of the tournament so far. 28 total shots, 5.5 combined XG, 3 penalties in this game. 2 for Costa Rica, 1 for Suriname. That one was off a handball in the box. And Manfred Ugalde gets a brace, both off penalties. And I can't believe I didn't mention this in my Gold Cup preview video, but I feel like he's a hipster shout for the Golden Boot. And it all depends really on how far Costa Rica go. Like, if they make a semifinals, I think it's reasonable to expect Manfred Ugalde to be in the top 3 Golden Boot race. And if they make the final, he could even win it. Didn't score a goal from open play, but very clutch penalty in the 98th minute to seal it for Costa Rica. There's a lot of things I could talk about in this game, and I think I'll break it down like this. I kind of had 2 theses heading into here. And I hope theses is the plural of multiple thesis, and it's not thesi or something like that. I don't know. Someone will correct me. What I'm trying to say is I kind of felt like Suriname were a little overhyped coming into the tournament. And I felt like, mainly due to bias, that Miguel Herrera could get the best out of this Costa Rica side. And I have to say, after the first round, right, if this is a boxing match, we're going 9 rounds, and this is round 1, I'm gonna classify both as inconclusive, right? And I'll start with Suriname. Did they look like an overrated team? Well, it depends on how you rated them to begin with. I will say their offense certainly did not look overrated. These guys were cooking. I felt like the midfield especially really made it difficult for Costa Rica. And, I mean, they have a shot that comes off the bar late as well. There's a couple good saves in here by Keylor Navas. They could have easily won this game. So in that respect, they don't look overhyped. The defense, though, is unfortunately what I feared. It is, what should I say? It has holes in it. The defense has holes in it. They concede a lot of opportunities. When you concede 2 penalties even in a game, you're just not going to win. And this is the reason that when I'm picking a dark horse for these tournaments, specifically Gold Cups, it's just so hard to pick the smaller teams in the Gold Cup because whether it's Dominican Republic or Haiti, or Suriname in this case, there just always seems to be an insanely bad mistake that these guys make whenever they play a better team. Like, they're not even getting outplayed, they will just make a mistake, right? Dominican Republic, you can see 2 set pieces, 2 corner kicks when Mexico really aren't creating anything. It's like, well, if you could just not do that, you would win. Suriname, if you could just not concede 2 penalties, you would win. Haiti, if you could just not concede a penalty, you would win. And they're bad penalties. Like, all of them are bad. Like, none of them are like, well, I see what the defender was trying to. No, like, the first one from Suriname here is awful, and the second one isn't much better in stoppage time. So, if these guys can just focus a little, I'll pop an Adderall or something. I don't care what you do. Just focus a little bit more. We're going to start seeing more upsets in the Gold Cup. But until that happens, the big boys are just going to continue through heritage and through, talent as well, having better players on average, they're just going to continue to persevere. Now, for Costa Rica, I feel like Miguel Herrera is on the freaking hot seat already. Like, conceding 3 goals in the opening game to Suriname, not good. This is a guy that hasn't really had any massive statement wins since he was appointed as Los Ticos manager. It's been a wash so far, right? We can't be talking about, he lost to the USB team with Costa Rica. Nobody cares. We can't be talking about, he beat Belize 5. Nobody cares. Bermuda, it doesn't matter. Trinidad, they beat 2-1 recently. This was the first legit game he's had. And you win 4-3 in kind of fortunate manner in the 98th minute off a pen. It looked like he didn't know how to use these Los Ticos players. He looks like he's trying to play, and Los Ticos, comment down below. This is kind of what I was thinking. I've always seen you guys as more of a defensive sound team, but it seems like the Piojo Herrera that we all know is trying to make it more of an attacking side, and I wonder if there's a bit of a clash of identity here. That's why I think Gustavo Alfaro was such a good Costa Rica manager, because he understood what that meant and he set them up perfectly. I don't think it was a horror show from Miguel Herrera, but he played a 2-man midfield against a 3-man midfield for Suriname, and the Surinamese ate them up like all game. I thought the Surinamese manager, apologies, I didn't write that, Stanley Menzo right here, full credit to him and his team. I thought he set up the guys to win. I thought he did a great job. I would give him an A as a manager grade. I would give Herrera probably a C. I don't think, again, it was a howler. His substitution of Alcocer saved the game, but massive question marks for these guys. And Group A is looking like it's going to be an absolute freaking shootout. Looks like it's going to be the group of the group stage. So, anyways, I will talk about Mexico, Dominican Republic last, but I'm going to move on to U.S. Men's National Team 5, Trinidad 0. Malik Tillman gets his first set of goals here. I really don't know what the massive takeaways are. Shout out to Filippo from Tactical Manager. I think I saw his 5 things we learned. Bro, how you learned 5 things from this game, I don't even know, because Trinidad were really that bad. Y'all, they were awful. This is easily the worst performance of all 8 teams we've seen so far. And by like a country mile. The freaking Pacific Ocean is separating Trinidad from the second worst performance we've seen, which was probably Haiti or Saudi Arabia, one of those guys. It's night and day, y'all. This is my thing, man. Trinidad, frauds in the Gold Cup. Frauds in the Gold Cup. I do not care about Cuba in 2017. We need to stop talking about this. We need to stop talking. We need to accept who these boys are, because they keep showing us time and time again. What is happening here, y'all? U.S. Men's National Team 5-0 this time. Last time it was 6-0. Jesus Ferreira, Pirates of the Caribbean, cutting them up. Before that, I think it was 6-0 again. And there's a 7-0 friendly in there. I mean, quick maths. What is that? 23-0 on aggregate in the last 4 games? Well, that's not counting the Nations League. U.S., I think, won that 1-2-0 or 3-0 at home in the Nations League when Serginho Dest went on to get a red card. And anyways, the point is, these guys just do not have it. I think, fortunately for Trinidad, Haiti dropped the ball, and so they will have left the door open for Trinidad to not finish last. But he was awful. I mean, Alvin Jones, the giveaway. Alvin Jones, of all players, a guy who has literally haunted U.S. fans since he was born, with a terrible giveaway to Diego Luna, sets up the second goal. Once it's 2-0, this is done. Trinidad do not have the firepower to come back. I tweeted it during the game. If you look at how the Dominicans attacked Mexico versus how Trinidad attacked the United States, I can't even use the word attack because they didn't attack. Trinidad was trying to sit back and counter, but they forgot the counter. Y'all, they didn't have a shot in the first half. Their first shot on target was the 81st minute. It was abysmal from them. I mean, it was trash. This is why, Trinidad fans, I respect you guys because you're super bullish on your team. But when y'all are trying to tell me dark horse shouts in the comments, I just don't see it. I saw nothing in this game to make me think, you know what? Today didn't go their way, but they'll be back. No, they'll be back at the bottom. That's what they're going to do, just like last Gold Cup. These guys are a travesty. 0 offensive threat, man. It's just shockingly bad. For the U.S., can we pop champagne about this result? I don't think you can pop champagne, but you do have to say it's a good thing, right? This national team is in a bad place. A lot of players missing out. To start the Gold Cup with a 5-0 against Trinidad, Is this going down in U.S. men's national team lore? No, but it is the expectation, right? And it was completed, and so I think you got to pat the guys on the back and move on. Pochettino especially, man, needed a win by minimum 4. And he did that. He got a win by 5 goals. Probably could have been more. I think the U.S. missed 3 or 4 big chances in this game. So Pochettino needed this because anything short of a destruction, bro, he might have been sacked mid-Gold Cup, I swear. Clean sheet as well. I think that's important. If Trinidad would have scored, I also think it leaves a really bad taste in American fans' mouths. I mean, I feel still bad that Dominicans got 2 on Mexico. I'll get to that game later. And I think there are some minor positives for players. Again, Malik Tillman getting 2 goals. Diego Luna, 2 assists. I thought Jack McGlynn looked pretty good, albeit against limited competition. Alex Freeman, I don't know anything about this guy, but I felt like he had a good game. Am I tripping? U.S. fans, let me know down below. I mean, is he taking Serginho Dest's spot? No, but I mean, again, 20-year-old kid, I think it's a positive. Haji Wright scores for the first time in a while. Brendan Aronson scores for the first time in a while. Again, this was just a bounce back, get your mojo back game for the U.S., and that's how they treated it, and I think they got the job done. Moving on to Saudi Arabia 1, Haiti 0. Did a live stream for this. Again, you guys hit subscribe because we'll be doing plenty others. Canada's next up, okay? Look, bro, I don't know what I can say now that I didn't say on the 2.5-hour live stream. Haiti played well. They just made Haiti-esque mistakes, namely conceding a penalty to a Saudi Arabia side that had no desire to get forward and attack whatsoever. They step up. Al-Shari converts. It's 1-0, and I'm thinking this is going to be tough now for Haiti to come back. And credit to Haiti, they fought, and they made it look good at points, but the final ball was terrible. I thought Duckins Nazon was abysmal in this game, complete ghost. And Perot was also bad. The 2 stars for Haiti, the reason I thought that they could be a dark horse is because you look at their attacking firepower, both centrally and out wide, and you say, oh, there's something here. They got some ballers here. But you compare Haiti to the Dominican Republic. I mean, the stars for the Dominican Republic stepped up. Where were the stars for Haiti? The stars for Suriname stepped up. I didn't even mention his name, and I feel disrespectful. Hold on, I want to go back to it because the guy's got the sickest name ever. Garano Kirk. Garano Kirk was a beast against Costa Rica. If they had won, he's my man of the match, hands down. I thought he was so good. But Haiti, you're not going to upset teams. Is it an upset against the Saudi B team? I think it's equivalent power. Maybe it's not an upset. But you're not going to beat a turtle-ass team if you concede a penalty and then your stars don't show up. I mean, Pirot should have had a goal. Nazon did nothing. It was not that great from Haiti, and now they're going to be up against it because they pretty much have to beat Trinidad and probably need to beat them 3-0. And they might have to get a result against the United States. I mean, their hope now is the Saudis lose the next 2 games, which is not impossible. But I didn't think the Saudis really looked that bad in this game. It wasn't fantastic, but they did create a couple good chances. They had probably 2 amazing chances to kill the game off. But one was a great save by the Haitian goalkeeper. Y'all should look up the save. I think it's the save of the tournament so far. And another one was a great recovery. I think it was Providence who recovered. Anyways, really good game from the Saudis from a strategic standpoint. It's not pretty. These guys are going to be like Qatar in the 2023. This is what I said. They're going to sit back. It's going to be so ugly. These games are going to suck. But it's going to be effective because CONCACAF teams really struggled to finish. And that was the problem for Haiti. I'm still going to hold out on them, but yeah, they kind of need some things to go their way now. On the bright side for Haiti, though, I was really impressed by Leverton Pierre in the midfield. I thought he was a freaking beast. Martin Experience. The Haitian names, man, 10 out of 10. Smash the like button for the Haitian names. Probably my man of the match. This guy played the full 90 in hot-ass weather and was booming up and down the field like a beast, creating chances, defending well, carrying the ball, great dribbler. Yo, this guy looks like the truth. I really do think a lot of the supporting cast for Haiti looked good. Just the front 2 didn't show up. And for the Saudis, they defended well. They should feel good about this. Most of their A players aren't here. I'm just going to shout out Nawaf and Saud Abdelhamid, the fullbacks. I thought they were great. Saud Abdelhamid, man, freaking beast. I think he's going to be one of, if not the best fullback in Asia in the next 5 years. Just absolute stud. And finally, Mexico 3, Dominican Republic 2. Now, guys, my coverage of this is going to have to go, both ways here. One, the Mexican fullbacks were awful. And 2, the Dominican wingers were very good, right? I feel like I should be able to compliment the Dominican Republic and insult Mexico at the same time, because both things can be true. If you guys want a fun fact here, the Dominican Republic completed 10 dribbles against Mexico on a 53% success rate. That are the most dribbles completed of any team so far at the Gold Cup. Not good. You want another stat? You want another record-holding stat for Mexico right now? Mexico's fullbacks, Gallardo and Jorge Sanchez, were dribbled past 4 times in this game. The last time I checked, no other team has a fullback who was dribbled past more than twice. So it was an absolute embarrassment outside for Mexico's defenders. I don't think it was a very good game. I mainly blame Javier Aguirre for that. Like, did Gallardo have a stinker? Absolutely. Did Jorge Sanchez get exposed and put on the mixtape for 1 goal? Yes. But I think this goes down to Aguirre. I think it's a terrible setup from him as manager. Some of y'all were telling me before and in the chat that he believes this is Mexico's strongest 11. If that is true, we're not winning the Gold Cup. You're not going to win the Gold Cup with Edson, Eric Lira, midfield. Edson was terrible. He scored 2 goals. Shout out to him off set pieces, because we know he's a set piece god. But in terms of distribution, awful, man. In terms of like controlling the field, not good. And Lira can't do that either. He's a slide tackle merchant. So like, what are we trying to do? We're trying to control the game out wide with Piojo. I just don't understand what the game plan is here. We didn't really create much from open play. We created 1 open play goal. It was a great assist by Santi Jimenez to Raul. That's awesome. But it's the Dominican Republic. They don't exactly have a beast mode midfield either. And if they're doing this, what is it going to look like against a Costa Rica or against a U.S. midfield or a Canada midfield, even Panama, without Coco Carrasquilla? Like, Mexico could be in serious trouble here. We have to make adjustments. We cannot be rolling with a 4-4-2 with these as our 2 midfielders. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think Malagon was awful, but he was not good. You know, the second goal, it takes a deflection. It goes away from him. It's tough for him to save. Should he have saved the first shot? Maybe. But it's an amazing shot. And I'll flip back to the Dominican Republic. As debutants, I kind of felt like they would have a bit of magic here. This is why I was seesawing back and forth, like Haiti, Dominican Republic as my dark horse. Haiti, Dominican Republic. Unfortunately, I chose Haiti. Maybe I should have chosen the Dominican Republic. I mean, we'll see at the end of the tournament which team comes good. I thought they looked confident. They looked like they're playing with house money, like I said. They have no expectations here at all. The fact they got 2 goals against Mexico in their first ever Gold Cup game, I don't know how many teams could do that. I don't know how many teams have done that. So they looked amazing, and they're going to be very, very difficult. I mean, Costa Rica, maybe they were watching that Dominican Republic game and they were laughing. I don't think they're laughing now after the Suriname game. I don't think they're laughing anymore. I think Miguel Herrera and the Costa Ricans are like, this is going to be a horrible group. Like, we're going to have to suffer. And I would expect, based on the offensive talent, because everybody's best players are all like in the attacking 4, if you want to say that. I would expect serious shootouts for the rest of these games. I mean, to me, Suriname, Dominican Republic is a certified 3-2. Like, I cannot see any other scoreline than a 3-2. Costa Rica versus Dominican Republic is going to be a great game. And Mexico versus Costa Rica somehow is going to be the worst game left in Group A, just because that's the nature of the rivalry, and usually the games are not very fun. But Group A is wide open, and Mexico, we certainly have not locked this down. There's no guarantee we finish first at all, and there's certainly no guarantee we win it. I think my faith, I'm going to stick by that we still make the finals, but it did take about a 5% dip after that Dominican game. I was like, oh, wow, this was not convincing. And again, shout out to the Dominican Republic for a hell of a match. If they keep playing like that, second is more than doable. More than doable. In Mexico, if we keep playing like that, we're probably getting bounced in the semifinals. We're lucky we're on the easier side of the bracket. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts. I hope these ramblings made sense. Again, your boy's battling the flu, so I'm doing what I can here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button. I'll be back on the channel for more types of videos like this, covering the Gold Cup as we go through it, you know, every 1 or 2 match days, something like that. That's kind of the cadence you can expect. Remember to follow us on social media so you know when the next live stream is. Links are in the description. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys let me know your biggest takeaway so far down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.